So the latest video that I made was about Bloody Mary. And as I was doing some research about Bloody Mary, I actually found another creepy game that I had honestly never heard of, but it sounded terrifying. And the game was called Candyman. Now the rules of the game were very simple. First off, find a mirror. Second, place a piece of candy around the mirror somewhere. Just has to be in the general vicinity. And finally, say Candyman 5 times. And that's it. And it's said that if you do this, a man with a hook for a hand will appear behind you with one thing on his mind: murder. So I'm not sure how I never heard of this game before. Apparently it's like super popular. I mean, they even made a movie out of it. They made a trilogy out of it. They made a whole trilogy off of this game. That's crazy. But I have a couple questions about this game, and the main one being, who is the Candyman? Well, the story is gruesome, and it's honestly really, really sad. So strap in for this. So many years ago, there was a slave named Daniel. Now, Daniel was an incredible painter, and his owner noticed this. So one day, his owner came up to him and said, "Can you paint a portrait of my daughter?" Now, obviously, Daniel agreed to do this, but it turned out to be a huge mistake. Not because he messed up the painting, not because he tried to escape or anything even remotely close to that, but because he fell in love with the daughter. Now, obviously, once Daniel's owner found out about this, he wasn't happy, obviously. So his owner got so mad that he formed a mob armed with pitchforks and angry dogs, and they chased Daniel out of town. And Daniel ran, and he ran some more until he couldn't run anymore. So Daniel collapsed right near a barn, and the mob caught up to him. They dragged him into the barn and found an old rusty saw. And they proceeded to saw his hand off. Now, that is horrible. That's disturbing. It's sickening. But it gets even worse. They decided to cover Daniel in honey and throw him next to a huge beehive. Now, obviously, the bees stung him up, and the pain was too much to handle. Eventually, he couldn't take it anymore. And as he was passing away, he cursed the owner that did this to him. And he vowed that one day he would be back to kill him. Now, it's said that Daniel's spirit cannot rest, and that's why he appears whenever you call his name. Because obviously he has so much unfinished business left here on Earth. And that's also why he's constantly looking for revenge. Now, the story is, like I said before, like disturbing, but at the same time, it's sad because it's believable. Even if it's not true, it's very believable. But in terms of the game, for me, obviously, the game is not as believable. I mean, for starters, if the game had ever worked, I'm sure we would have heard about it on the news, because the game ends with murder, right? But you know what? I am not one to judge. You guys know that about me, and if you don't, subscribe and maybe you'll learn. And because of that, I am going to try to play this game. Now let's see if I can summon the Candyman. Okay guys, so I'm all ready to go with this. The only thing that I needed, like I said before, is a piece of candy. So I brought this little guy. I just hope he doesn't eat it because I'm really hungry. And I've really been looking forward to eating this, so... Okay, I'm gonna leave this on. It didn't say that it had to be completely dark or anything, so I think that should be fine. And I'm gonna shut the lights off, and we are going to see if the Candyman is here with us. You know what, even if I don't believe it, even if I'm 99.9999999% sure that this is fake, I'm still scared. I don't care, I'm still gonna get scared. The toilet's making a noise. The toilet is making a noise. Candyman? Oh, I got my candy here. Let's do it. Candyman. 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 I'm gonna eat this now. What if I opened this door and he was just standing there? Oh my Alright guys, so the Candyman was an absolute no-show tonight, which, you know what? Thank God, am I right? Like, that's a good thing. I'm glad that he did not show up because, well, this video would never be posted. And that would be bad for all of us, right? Because this is such good content. No, okay. All right, I'll stop. So do I think that the Candyman is real? Well, I think that the story might actually be real. And if not that same exact story, then I'm sure there are similar ones out there. But in terms of the game, I can say for sure that I am not a believer. But as always, I'm going to say be careful if you're playing it. Always follow the rules. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. Good night. I hope you all sleep well. And I hope the Candyman doesn't get you or me tonight, because that would be bad. Goodbye.